Yes, people, that is correct. We are on the 2020 Z900 in Tampa, Florida. Different bike review for me because we're in a different country, son. I'm excited for this. But you do know, obviously, this was coming. We had to do a review on the bike that I've been riding a week. I love this thing, and I'm excited to give you guys a nice review and show what it's like, because this thing is perfect, man. It's the ABS model. It's got traction control as well, because it's in road mode. It's got rider modes, and right now it's in road mode, and it doesn't like clutch ups because it brings it straight down because the traction kicks in. Got a lovely Leo Vinci exhaust on there, which I will literally show you in a second, and yeah, man, just a lovely bike all round. It's just, yeah, it's proper nice. So let me just quickly go with the thumbnail for the video. Bush, and then we will jump on. I think I finally... Whoa, look at that. How mad's that? These people are living nice out here, these houses. Look at that one log cabin in there. I think I finally found some twisty roads, which is exactly why I'm finally making this video, because, oh, mate, there's just so much grid system around here that it's all straight. So hopefully we've got some nice twisties to at least tip the bike over, because obviously it wouldn't be a review without hitting the corners. But we might as well get started on comfortability and low speed riding of the Z900. It is very, very comfy. I've done nearly 500 miles in the last 3-4 days, and I am not sore one bit. The seat, I've been on it for about 3-4 hours at a time. So comfy, never got a numb ass. The crocodile's definitely in there. Never got a numb bum. Oh no, come on! Are you joking me? Tampa Bay Water Security Office does not greet you upon arrival at the gate. Please use intercom contact. This address is... So you can't just ride down it. I thought it was just a place you could ride down to then get to this road. Yeah. How annoying. I mean, I could go around, but like I say, it's not my country. I don't want to be pushing the limits too much. Damn it. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Well, I guess we're not going to be able to do bloody... There's just no corners in America. That's the one thing that's annoying me about America. That's the only downside. It's just so much grid system that you've got to drive absolute miles to find a single corner. So you can't really enjoy the bike how we want to enjoy the bikes unless you're a straight line warrior, which I'm not. I want a corner. Oh well, I'll try and find some other ones then, whatever. Anyway, on with the actual video. What we were talking about was comfortability. This thing is so comfy, like 10 out of 10 comfy. My arms have never hurt, my shoulders have never hurt, my knees have never hurt, my back's never hurt, my ass has never hurt. This thing is so comfy. You're so central on it. You're not too far forward, you're not too far back. Honestly, the only time it gets uncomfortable is when you're sending it, because you've got to like hold on, because obviously there's so much torque. But yeah, this thing is amazing. Comfortability is 10 out of 10 for me. I love this bloody thing. Absolutely love this thing. There's a couple of corners here, like a tiny little left... Oh, there's a deer as well. Hello, deer. That freaked me out. There's a couple of corners. Right. Woo. Oh my god, amazing. How crazy. This thing corners really, really well. I can feel it around the one roundabout that I've been round. Like, this thing, it could be absolutely thrown around the place if I could find some corners. It's stressing me out. But low speed, again, really, really easy. The amount of torque this thing's got, it is actually really controllable and really like gentle on the throttle. It is electronic throttle, which I don't really like, just because you don't get the same sort of feedback. Alright, bird, giving me an absolute cinematic beast of a shot there. Look at these houses as well, look at that. Just in the middle of the forest, all this land you get out here. Yeah, comfortability, like the electronic throttle is obviously so light, so you can just chill and get on and off the throttle really, really easy. Engine braking, it's on the, I'd say on the more aggressive side, but not crazy aggressive. But it's not like a sport bike where you can actually just let go and roll for ages. Like, it will slow you down quite a bit. But yeah, slow speed is really comfy. It really is manageable. I like to just throw it into a high gear, so like 4th gear. You can chill at 30 all day, mate, and you can rest your hand on the tank. This is the perfect commuter for this sort of stuff. I'll explain what I think about highway when we get on the highway. But in the meantime, I'm just going to quickly pull over and just check one more time if I can find some twisty roads. And if I can find someone, then maybe ask them, because this is ridiculous. It's the only thing, like in England, I'd drive 5 minutes and I could find these absolutely crazy, tight, twisty bends. But here it's just so uncommon. Like, so uncommon. So yeah, let me quickly pull over. So we're on about slow speed. Very easy, very nice throttle, very on and off, not too crazy, without an aggressive engine brake. It's like a medium engine brake, so you can still get on and off. But yeah, I'd say this bike's obviously absolutely perfect for a commuter rider who wants to go in and out of town, blip through some cars, and then do a little bit of highway, but mainly stick to these sorts of roads. This would be perfect. And if you travel a lot, you want to be comfy, like, this is the one to go for. This thing is so comfy. I absolutely love the position that you get on this thing. You can sit on it all day. Power wise, this thing's got plenty of power. Plenty of power. And it doesn't actually taper off at the top, which I thought it would. I genuinely thought this thing would top off, like taper off as you get into like the top speeds, which to be fair isn't that crazy. You can probably push like 140s, 150s is a bit of a push. It doesn't really want to be right up there. It's only got a 12,000 RPM limit. It's not the highest limiter, so it's built for that low range torque and obviously doing this, like instant power. No power bands, no build up, just straight torque from the get-go. But obviously you can only have that with the disadvantage of not having the crazy top end power and top end speed. You make your power in the mid range and the low range on this thing, but it still has enough to not notice the taper off on a normal send. Obviously if you're looking to do 180s on a massive bit of highway, well then obviously you will feel the difference. If you're just wanting to speed up to join the dual carriageway, or the highway in this case, this thing's perfect for it. Like, you've got enough power to not notice the drop off, because you're not really going to be going that crazy in terms of numbers. So it's fine. It really is fine. I like it. It's the perfect balance of torque and power. But that's when then the positioning isn't obviously made for that top speed. So even though you can do those sorts of numbers, it don't feel right. It don't feel comfy. It don't feel nice, because you're kind of like hunched over and you're hanging on. And you like got too much weight in the bars, as in like pulling against the bars, whereas on a sport bike you can sort of, you can lay over the tank and you can let go of the bars almost and just rest your hands on top. This thing doesn't really allow you to do that, because you're being pulled back, and it's that position of already being set back anyway. So you do find yourself hanging and pulling off the bars and then giving yourself a little bit of a wobble, because you're really pulling on them. So obviously that's where I would say it's a bit of a disadvantage, is the body positioning for high speed stuff. So it's just up to you. If you're buying a bike to do top speed runs, then obviously don't get this one. Bit of a stupid idea. But if you barely do that sort of stuff and the other things is more your sort of vibe, then yeah, this would be fine, and you'd still be able to get a nice little send if you wanted to. I won't do a brake test yet, because I'll get out this 30 zone first, and then we'll do a brake test later on, and then you'll see what I mean on the highway. It's doable. I just wouldn't say it's like the most pleasant in the world, but that's just naked bikes in general. I'd say if you're a taller rider as well, this is quite a tall bike, not crazy. I'm 5'11", 5'10", 5'11", who knows, just making numbers up, probably like 5'7" really, but let's just say 5'11". This thing is easy to stand on, easy to sit on, but sometimes I find myself a little bit sort of reaching for the floor. Not crazy amounts, but like I wouldn't say it's the shortest bike in the world. There's definitely a bit of a reach to sort of get that flat foot on the ground both sides. Like if I stop right now and put both sides on the... who's he looking at? You looking at me? You looking that way? I thought he was looking at me. I nodded at him. He's not even looking at me. I'm flat foot right now, but it's like my legs are like fully basically straight, if that makes sense. It's not like bent leg flat foot, it's like semi-straight legs flat foot. So if you're a little bit smaller you might struggle, but if you're a bit taller I think this is enough. Like, I do think you won't be too cramped on it. It's not that bad. It really isn't that bad. While we're sat here waiting for this as well, the menu's quite cool that you can flick down. You can change the mileage at the bottom there and the average speed. You see it flicking through there, the battery voltage. So we've got about 140 miles left, 135 miles left. You can change the top one, which is like your odometer. You've got a trip A, which is what I'm on now. All these different trips and sort of modes that you can choose from. You've got the speed, you've got the revs, which are really responsive on the digital dash as well. And then you have got rider mode, so it's in road right now. I'm pretty sure there's a wet mode and probably a track mode where it's like every assist is off traction wise. But I don't know how to change the mode, so that's not going to be turned off, unfortunately. Cheers, mate. But like I say, plenty of punch when you want to get on it. Plenty of punch when you want to give it a little bit of juice. Really, really like the power delivery of this thing. And wind protection, this little screen obviously isn't standard, it doesn't come with this, but this screen really does help. Like, that screen is actually doing a lot of dispersing at these sorts of speeds anyway. So you're not getting hit with much wind at all, to be honest. See, this is the cool thing about America. Like, we don't have this here. Like, this is so perfect. Like, it's a Sunday, there's no one here. This isn't all gated up and boarded up. Like, you can just kind of come in. And like, look at this. It's just a nice area where you could just practice some stuff off the street. You've got a nice little strip. You could practice some wheelies and you wouldn't get disturbed. Like, it's so nice. Like, you can just come and have a good time in here, man. It really is a nice little place to be. Let's do a walk around while we're here of the bike. Like, look at this, man. This is what England needs. You Americans have got this so nice, man. Don't get me wrong, like, if there was people here, they'd probably, like, trespass me or tell me to leave. But that's fine. Like, for a majority of the time, you could come here and you could practice. Because we don't have many places to go. This is somewhere you can go to just chill out. Like, this is so cool. I'm so jealous, man. Anyway, let's have a look at the bike. Really take it in for what it is. I think they look really, really nice. They're so aggressive. I think this is one of the better looking naked bikes in my opinion. I prefer this over like the MT10, to be honest. Obviously, hate the chunky indicators. Always hate them. The bar end mirrors are actually really good. They work. Them tyres are actually really, really nice as well. Obviously, haven't had a chance to get any chicken strips off of them. I tried on a roundabout, but obviously there is no corners here. The colour's really nice as well. I actually really like the colours. Got the roll cage on there as well. Not the roll cage, the crash cage on there as well, which actually suits the bike, to be honest. And then that lovely Leo Vinci exhaust. That thing is just insane. Let's do a nice proper sound test from the outside now. We're in a nice quiet area. Such a nice exhaust. Such a nice exhaust, man. And then yeah, you got the nice little orange shock in there. I really like it, like the looks of it, especially the tank, like this tank area. Ignore the water spots, I didn't dry it properly when I washed it because I'm an idiot. It just looks really nice. And then you've obviously got the nice digital dash, which is really bright. Got some condensation building up in there though, so that's obviously caught itself out. But yeah, no, it's a lovely bike, it really is. It really, really is. Anyway, let's do a little launch. Let's do 0 to 60. In a nice little private enclosed course. It's the first time I've ever done this on the channel. I'll probably take it to about 5,000 RPMs and we'll just do a... I'm not going to drop the bloody clutch. A little bit of a short shift. I could do better than that. I can do better than that. Let's pull first gear out a little bit longer. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That just pulls lovely, man. Really does pull lovely. And it really would wheelie lovely as well, but it won't let me. Listen to the traction control. You hear the traction control? It goes. I don't know how to get it out of road mode, because I really would like to try the wheelie on it, man. I reckon I could pull a fat wheelie on this. It's finally got some power underneath me and not a carbureted bloody CBR. Yeah, this thing's cool. This area's just cool. But to be fair, we could probably get some corners in actually. We're gonna have to do this for the handling test. We're gonna have to just go left and right in here and tip it over on this sort of area. Yeah, it handles really, really well. Really does. Just got to watch out for the sand. No, yeah, it does handle very well. Like, you can just switch from side to side so easily. Like, it's such a nice seating position for that sort of riding style. It really is nice. It just loves it. Like, it wants to get over. Really does. Just that electronic throttle, I just find that's hard to predict. It's so, you don't know how much input you're putting in for how much power you're going to get. Electronic throttle freaks me out a little bit, to be honest. I don't like it. I like my cable throttle. So yeah, I think that's most. Oh, brake test. What am I doing, son? Come on. Go for about 60. Yeah, lovely. You got that ABS kicking in. Nice brakes. Nice and smooth as well. Solid suspension as well, so it doesn't like I could pull that even more. I don't want to go crazy on the brakes, but I could pull that even more. And the suspension's not really bouncy. It's actually a little bit more firm, so you have got that option to pull it and not like completely compress the forks all the way. It's got a little bit of resistance, which is perfect. I really do like that sort of vibe. It's a lot nicer. Right, let's finish this video off with the highway on the way home to close out the video, and I'll show you what it's like on the highway, and then you can make your mind up whether this would be a bike that you'd like to ride. Also, if you want to ride this exact bike as well, like, shout out to the guy that let me rent it, and also shout out to Rideshare. That is how I've done this. Obviously, I'm from England, right? So I've not used a dealership. I've just come out here and rented a bike off a private seller through Rideshare. If you use the link down below, you can get yourself £50 off, and then you also get about $200 off already for doing your first order. You get like $300, probably nearly $400 taken straight off of your order, like as soon as you start, which is so good. So big up to Rideshare, man, for those crazy first order discounts. So yeah, go check them out, because it really is so easy. You've got to have a driving license and money. That is it. I turned up, I booked the bike online, I met the guy, I picked up the keys, and I rode away. There's a mileage limit on this one of 300 miles a day. Some are 150 miles. I thought 300 miles wasn't going to be enough. I've barely done 150 each day, because it is like actually really hard. I didn't even realise how hard it is to do 300 miles a day. The highway to hell. I'm joining the highway to hell. Another corner. We found a corner. Oh my God. So, sitting on the highway, we are obviously doing the speed limit and we're chilling. But your shoulders do get knocked about quite a lot being a naked bike. My head especially is getting hit with a lot of wind, so you've got to really pull your neck in, and then your shoulders at the top is the most noticeable thing that gets bashed side to side, so you get hit quite a lot, and then you get a little bit more wind noise because you are directly being hit with the wind. It's not got like a nice scoop over like you would with a double bubble screen on an adventure bike or even on a sport bike. So it's definitely a lot more exposed. You feel it on the body of the bike, you feel it on your actual body of your person. And like I say, when you're on a highway on a sport bike, you're leant forward, right? So you actually could just sort of let go of the weight in your wrists, and you can sort of like lean against the wind. Whereas on the highway, the wind's pulling me back, and I've got to like crunch into a ball to kind of stay where I am. And it goes back to that sort of same positioning of when you want to send it, it's a little bit harder to be comfortable because it's just not really made for it. So highway does get a bit annoying, I can't lie. On the sport bike, I don't enjoy it as much. But yeah, it's one of those. Is it that big of a trade-off? No, not if you're going to be doing highway runs here and there, jumping on like I am for a couple of junctions and jumping off. Unless you're doing like crazy mileage all the time and you want to do top speed runs, or you just commute on highways all the time, this might not be the best option unless you get an even bigger windscreen, but then that just makes the bike look ugly. So highway for me, naked bikes always fall short. Oh, that's where I'm going tomorrow. I'm going to that event tomorrow in there. I might have a look at that quickly actually. I'm going in there tomorrow. I've got a ticket for a car show in there, which will be pretty cool, but I'm pretty sure that might be one of the locations that Fastlane D actually goes to. I've just realised that looks very familiar. So yeah, I didn't even think about that. So this is where they're going to have the car show. There was probably a Cars and Coffee. I should have come here this morning on the Sunday. It already looks cool. Look, all the food, little businesses. This is definitely like the younger generation sort of area to go. Because look, yeah, this is going to be sick tomorrow night. This is going to be a proper little vibe. Look at that thing. Jesus Christ, that is mental, isn't it? What the hell? That is nuts. Here you got loads of stuff, look. Lemonade stands, you've got little grills. This is really good for small businesses, because then obviously they get a chance to look at all the, or just to sell stuff without buying a huge building. Look at that booster. That is nice, that is nice. They've got a stage as well. We've got all sorts. Yeah, this is that place that Fastlane D comes for those bike nights. Oh, there's loads of bikes here actually. What we got? There's a Duke. Stretch Duke, Jesus, another Duke there. What is that? I ain't never seen that. The GS 8R, that's pretty sick. And then you got a Hayabusa as well. I've never seen that. I've never seen that ever. What is that? That's sick. That is really cool. Yeah, we're going to be here tomorrow. This is going to be cool. Okay, we're going to finally be able to get to a nice, good event, which is much needed. Because the last two I've been to have been so dead. This is like a proper spot for this sort of stuff. Because the last two, like a lot of the meets and stuff in America, they're very much like just car park meets that like restaurants put on maybe, or little things like that. They're not like dedicated sort of locations. I need to go left. They're not like dedicated locations for like actual events that are like regular car places. So it is a little bit harder to find meets, and then when you go, like I went to one this morning, like a Cars and Coffee, it was literally just a breakfast place in a shopping centre car park, and there was like 3 Mustangs, and that was it. It was a bit dead, and it annoyed me a little bit. I obviously went to one the other night at the chicken place, but the weather did ruin it, because that one actually is really, really good. But unfortunately I'll be gone by the time they do one. And then there's one on Tuesday somewhere, but I won't have a bike, but I might see if I can steal my auntie's car and drive down there, or get an Uber down there just to film the vibe of everything. Anyway, right, I need to end the video. The Z900, great bike, yeah? Great bike. I absolutely love it. I've got nothing bad to say about it apart from the highway. Other than that, I would own one of these. If I need a naked bike, it's this one that I'm going to be picking up. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Any Americans that are watching, I appreciate it. I come over here to try and get some of you guys onto the channel. So drop me a subscribe, man. That'd be very nice. It'd make this trip a lot very worth it, because that was the main reason behind it. See you all later.